Well, India is set to host the BRICS National Security Advisors meeting starting today. The meeting will be chaired by India's National Security Advisor, Ajit Doval, and will include national security advisors or heads of delegation from BRIC member countries. And it was during the meeting, it is going to be in the meeting that they will exchange views on the theme of non-traditional security challenges confronting the world today. The high-profile meet in New Delhi will be attended by Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi, along with Russian security chief and top Iranian security officials. It will also mark Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi's first visit to India in nearly a year's time. Wang, who also serves as Beijing's special representative for the India-China boundary talks, is expected to hold bilateral discussions with NSA Ajit Doval during the visit. This visit comes as both sides look to stabilize and rebuild ties following years of diplomatic strain. Wang Yi had skipped the BRICS foreign ministers meeting hosted by India last month. The meeting's schedule clashed with President Donald Trump's visit to Beijing from 13th till the 15th of May. The Chinese foreign minister last visited India in August of 2025. It was during this trip that he even held separate meetings with NSA Ajit Doval and External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar. Ahead of his visit, the Chinese Foreign Ministry had briefed the Chinese side will exchange views with other members of the bloc on the international security situation, major international and regional issues. However, a formal round of talks under the special representatives mechanism is not expected during this visit. The next meeting under the framework is scheduled to be held in China, with NSA Ajit Doval, who will be traveling to China in December. In fact, in the next meeting, and it was in the last meeting that was in December, that he visited Beijing for the last round of border talks. That was followed by Wang Yi's visit to India in August last year for the subsequent meeting under the same mechanism. In recent times, both India and China have undertaken a host of measures, and that is to ward off diplomatic tensions. Both sides even reached an understanding in October of 2024 to end a border standoff along the LAC that had lasted for over 4 years. Earlier this year, both the sides resumed direct flights and even revived the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra. Getting us the latest on the meeting that is to take place in hours from now is our Assistant Editor for Foreign Affairs, Siddhant Sibal, who has sent us this report from New Delhi.
New Delhi will be hosting the BRICS National Security Advisors meeting on Tuesday. We know that delegates have already started to arrive early in the day. The Iranian delegate arrived in Delhi. The Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi, the Russian top security chief, will also be attending the meeting. Now, India's big focus will be on issues like cyber security, counterterrorism, misinformation, the threat that is emerging from misinformation and other related challenges. Now, we know that India is the chair of the BRICS this year, and we know that just few weeks ago, India had hosted the BRICS Foreign Ministers meeting. In September, it will be hosting the summit-level meeting. What transpires in the National Security Advisors meeting will be carefully watched, especially at a time of number of security challenges and geopolitical tensions. Essentially, BRICS is a grouping that is carefully watched as it could provide the direction to the global south in many ways. With video journalist Piyush Siddhant Sibal for WION in New Delhi.